Welcome to a new podcast, The Sims, Secrets of the Sugarberry Family, Episode 1. I know you guys aren't familiar with the Sugarberry family. They're our own personal creation, so we'll have to give you a little bit of a background intro. Now, in the beginning of the game that we played, which, isn't too far in, we had Grandma Sugarberry. That was her legit name. Grandma Sugarberry on The Sims. We didn't give her a real name. Actually, we did give her a real name. I think it was Mary Sugarberry.
I thought her name was going to be Hope.
No, I was going to.
It was going to be like a
and then all joke. Hope.
Yeah.
It was going to be a sick joke when she died. It was going to be all hope is gone. But no, I liked Mary Sugarberry because it rhymed. So we just went with Mary. It actually says on her urn, I believe, she was a very famous author and she died. And she bought this gigantic mansion. So, when she died of old age, her inheritance was quite large because she was a famous author. Her son, who was her only child, he got left 50,000 simoleons, and so did his wife. So together they got 100,000 simoleons, and they've just been kind of living off of it as an inheritance. She also had a husband.
His name was Harold Sugarberry. If you want to get really technical, his name is Harry Sugarberry. Harry and Mary Sugarberry.
Anyway. Yes, that is ridiculous, and that was not intentional. I understand.
So this is how they met. He used to be a burglar in his younger years.
Harry was a criminal.
He was a bad guy.
He did a lot of bad things. He killed a lot of people to get what he wanted.
He didn't kill anybody.
How do you know? You don't know what Harry's secrets were.
So he broke into her apartment because he was a burglar. She was there. He looked deeply into her eyes and decided, I'm not going to do this anymore.
And then he decided to become a cop.
Yeah, and literally the next day, he fixed the window and brought her flowers. And that's how they met.
And apologized to her.
Right.
Because he actually was falling deeply in love with Mary Featherbottom. Yes, that was her maiden name, Featherbottom. Harry proceeded to marry and go on to live a nice life until he died. They managed to conceive one son,
Theodore Teddy Sugarberry.
He goes by Teddy as a nickname because, Mary, Harry, and Teddy all end with Y. He's the only child of Mary and Harry.
He's a businessman who wants to take out his boss and steal the company.
He has a wife named Gwendolyn, who he met in college.
He has two daughters who he loves and has a great relationship with.
And a son who was recently born.
He was a complete mess after his mother passed, where he would cry over her urn till her ghost visits.
It's kind of messed up that the rest of the family acts just like it's normal that Grandma Sugarberry haunts the mansion's premises.
And everyone's just fine with it.
Well, a lot of the time, all she does is come into the house and take a nap in someone's bed.
Yeah.
Usually sleeping in her old room or her other granddaughter's bed.
She's always, hugging everybody, doing selfies, I don't get it.
I know, it's like she never left, but I don't know why the dad is so upset. Gwendolyn Sugarberry. Gwendolyn met her husband in college at a frat party. She was a cheerleader, so he went upstairs and they had woohoo.
And he really liked a flexible girl.
They've been dating ever since.
They dated for a while until Teddy decided to propose. Then they got married.
Gwendolyn became a housewife who cooks and cleans, as well as becoming pregnant with Theodore's children. She also does paintings on the side. They're not very good. They're just stick figures of people. But they're detailed stick figure paintings. They got legs that are thick. They're not just lines. When she's not caring for her children, she's off at the neighbor's house, who's her best friend and a foster mom as well.
The lady's name is Dawn. And she's fat. She's a fat...
Fat lady.
She's a fat lady. She's a great big fat person.
But she has a great big heart, too, which is why she's a foster mom. But, she's really just in it for the money.
Yeah.
She's a horrible person, let's be honest. I don't know why Gwendolyn.
She's a horrible person. She doesn't even feed those kids.
She feeds the foster children, she just gives herself more of the food.
Funny enough, she does care about the kids. She's just a big, fat, mean lady.
Right? And her bedroom is oddly right next to the kitchen. And it's funny because she has to walk right through a gym to get to her bedroom. She doesn't even exercise. One time, Gwendolyn snuck over to her house before they were friends just to use her gym until she got her own treadmill.
Let's get to the children.
Brook Sugarberry.
She
was a sweet girl until her boyfriend, Riker Blackwell, a local goth/punk family who corrupted her into the punk scene.
Brook lost her V-card messing around and kissing Riker. He had the balls to walk around the house in his underwear in front of her family. Now she's a bad girl.
She's best friends with the local foster kid named Dahlia Feng, who shares her love of music with her. Then there's her best friend ever, her little sister, Madelyn Maddy Sugarberry, the second-born daughter of Theodore and Gwendolyn Sugarberry. The sweetheart angel, she blossomed into a teen from a sweet little girl. Taking after her sister's style, she's a bit edgy. But like her mother, she's a wholesome gal.
She's the perfect daughter. She loves to cook and cares deeply for her family, who she maintains a close bond with.
Her best friend since childhood is Vivian Blackwell, Riker Blackwell's younger sister. And she has her first boyfriend, another local foster kid, Gareth Longhorn.
His father died in a horrid tractor accident, and his mother passed away at a young age.
Now he's living in foster care with Dawn. She has plans of going to culinary school and opening a restaurant when she gets older.
There's also the youngest of the Sugarberries.
Or so we thought. Jaylen J. Sugarberry, a 2-year-old toddler who's just as emotional as his father. He tends to get angry and mad at the slight chance of anything not going his way.
Despite being a curious little champ, his father adores him, being the firstborn son of the Sugarberry lineage.
And you'd think that the Sugarberry lineage is going to just end there, you know? He finally has a son. But surprisingly, Theodore got a promotion recently, and it turns out his celebratory woohoo with his wife resulted in a pregnancy, so she is now eating for 2.
What? Twins?
We don't know. She's the second. You know, you eat for yourself and the baby.
Oh, I thought there was 2 of them. Breaking news.
During the recording of this podcast, Gwendolyn had her 3rd daughter, which means there are now 3 little girls that Theodore adores.
Whoa, Gris.
The new baby's name is Carolyn, Carol Sugarberry. 10-month-old toddler Carolyn is a calm little lady who brings joy and cheer to others. Next time on Sugarberry Family Secrets.